Orisa. And he's at 2600 SR. It looks like he's on PC. Is he on PC? Left shift. Yep, that's a PC. About 50 seconds. It's a win or a loss. Hold on. I gotta double check. Oh, it's a victory. Oh, shit, boys. Hold on. It's a victory. Did pretty good. Hold on. How fast did he win? Okay. You know what? Fuck it. I know this guy. He seems okay. He seems like an okay people. This is going to be real quick, because this is an overtime on point 1, Route 66.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing.
Oh!
I am moving to the payload. Barrier activated. Not budging.
For the Junkrat? Okay. Okay, so this is gonna be a hell of a game. Whoa. So, man, when you're just getting aggressed this much, one, as Orisa, you don't got to reload that much.
I have silver damage.
I hate shields as Orisa. I hate trying to get through shields. Okay, you finally killed.
Oh, turn it up. Thanks.
For your safety, please move behind the barrier.
Excuse me.
Nothing I can do. Single time.
So what can Orisa do in this type of situation? The problem with Orisa is she really doesn't have burst damage unless you hit a lot of head. There's a trap right there, right? I thought I saw that on the ground. Oh, mercy. So overall, I would just say you're pre-casting abilities a lot with the Fortify. Definitely have a reason to be using them.
Get behind the barrier.
There you go.
I am personally seeing the payload.
Okay, and also remember Orisa has a bit of a long reload. I would say definitely you need to work on a little bit of reaction with Fortify, but that's easier said than done. Remember, you don't have to reload with her much. Also, her attack changes sound.
For your safety, please move behind the barrier.
It was for the shot. Why not? Far Eastern? Yes, your video has been looked at. I actually think you're... Fortify? Okay. Yep. So if you see that son of a bitch and he's right next to you, you definitely want to bust out the Fortify just to try to last longer. With the whole halt thing, I think you're getting alright halts off. You definitely want to use it for pulling people out of cover or off of high ground. And remember, it does go through shields.
Kill Mercy.
Cease your resistance.
Yeah, I actually think your accuracy's not terrible. That's exactly when you want to how to kill a Mercy. How do they recover from this? Just tire kill everyone. Mercy's gonna be back about now. Oh. That's how it happens. I never uploaded last week's reviews to YouTube. Motherfucker, I didn't, did I?
Zero. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses.
Alright, I made a note of it. So I think your accuracy with Orisa is fine. The one thing, I know it's a very small thing, but like just shielding on the payload and moving with it. I think your halt usage is alright. You definitely want.
Reinhardt,
Wait,
else?
Orisa, you
Junkrat.
shouldn't play. Orisa, you shouldn't play high ground because everyone is on low ground and it would be very useless.
So this question, this right here, is the ultimate question. It's not even actually the ultimate question. Do you do something stupid with your team? That is kind of funny. You pulled them back into that late. Okay, that's fucking hilarious. Do you do something stupid with your team, or do you do something smart alone? Usually the answer is doing something stupid with your team. That's usually the correct answer. Numbers is so important in Overwatch. It's very, very important. So just making sure your team has the numbers to do something is more important than like just being in the correct position. Oh. I think you're, yeah, obviously tracking Genji is going to be difficult, and I don't expect you to do that, but, like, overall, like, overall, I think your accuracy is quite fine. Yeah, that was a really good halt, actually. You got wrecked by a Junkrat, but the halt pulled the Winston back. Those are actually difficult to get because the timing window is very small. Okay. I'm gonna write all you do is stupid things alone, though. Yep, that's me. Got up to 45, 50, doing stupid things alone. Did that Junkrat live? There you go. Oh, that was really close. I liked what you were doing there. Oh, man. Orisa pulling stuff into Symmetra turrets is funny. I like that. That is, I don't know. It makes me giggle. So this is, okay, you did it there. I was gonna say, like, this is definitely one of those times when you're one-on-one with the Junkrat, you definitely want to, halt. Not halt. Fortify.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh, he is watching a YouTube video. Yeah, it's YouTube. YouTube, guys. I do play Orisa on my Smurf, though. I actually enjoy her. There's something weird about Orisa that there's like, I don't know what it is. That's, you may want to halt. That's actually a good time to halt. If he wastes his dash. Good job. There's like Genji still behind you, though. You heard him, didn't you?
I have TP. Can you? Oh no,
He's
no.
still alive. I did not just.
Rest that.
Oh, I can't. Winston. Orisa, come.
Rest them.
I can't. I gotta rest because otherwise I die.
Okay. I mean, I think you. As much of a shit show as this is, I think you're doing fine. Fortify. Oh, that would have been like the fortify time. Let's see what happens. There's a teleporter. Yes. Yes. And Orisa isn't terrible, as you just saw. Close range, yes, like, she does have a hard time against, like, a Reaper. But headshots, Orisa, once they, since they increased her projectile velocity, yeah, that's... She can do some cool stuff now. So, that's it.
Wow, we did.
Very simple, very straightforward game. And it's Orisa, who is kind of a straightforward hero. But I will say this, I think... Hold on. What? For 2,600? For 2,600, I think your accuracy is good. I think your accuracy is actually very good for 2,600. You were definitely nailing the people. You were staying on them. You weren't. The only thing you had trouble with was a Genji, which is fucking normal. Like that makes sense. Yeah. Why does Junkrat have the advantage over Orisa? So Orisa's chilling at 400 health. Junkrat can burst 720. With Trap, it's 800. 400, or this divided in half, equals 400. So Junkrat's like his max burst. It's just... Junkrat can outburst Orisa's Fortify, and if she's not paying attention and Junkrat gets 2 hits in at full damage, she's in a really bad shape. Also, because her shield is... Essentially, she's slower when attacking, and her shield is usually, like, right next to a wall, and you can bounce stuff off of a wall. Or you can just throw... You can alley-oop concussive grenades. That's the main reason why. It doesn't matter that Orisa has armor. Junkrat doesn't care about armor. Like, if I do 120 damage... I don't give 2 fucks if it's 115. Pharah does this, Widow does this, and Hanzo does this. All those big hitters, they don't really care about armor. Actually, those heroes are good at stripping armor off of people. So that's why Junkrat has an edge on Orisa. Also, yeah, when her hitbox... Obviously, if you flank Orisa, if you fight her head-on, she's like this. But if you don't fight her head-on, she's like this. She's quite a big target. Got a big ol' ass. Yeah. So. Yeah, Junkrat just has a lot of damage and he can outburst her Fortify. And since she's slow and stays in one area and behind a shield, you can get around it. It's just, yeah. So I think your positioning was fine. Actually, just overall, this is going to be a very straightforward review because, I mean, you guys kind of just got your ass kicked. Or I guess there just wasn't a lot of things going on. Because you guys won, but yeah. It was still a first point hold on Route 66. So one information, I would say this. The Genji got behind you, and you kind of figured it out after a little bit. And then when the Winston was behind you with the Mercy. But definitely knowing you're flanked or getting, like... how can I say it? It's kind of like sound, because I heard him. Orisa... Just like this, Orisa's really weak to getting flanked and like getting broadsided. So since you're stuck in a position and you're really good in one direction, these flanks, like, you have to be very wary of. They're going to put you into the ground. I would actually like to see how far Genji has to be away to get you with a 3 attack, right? Most people, like, if they're right here, all right, he can only get 1 out of the 3, but remember Orisa's like this if he's coming from the side. Same thing with Trey. Your hitbox is just big. It's really big. And your Fortify, while it does last 4 seconds, what is it, every 8 seconds after that? So you do have a little bit of a weakness, and it's not like during those 4 seconds you can really kill a flanker down by yourself. You need some really good accuracy to take out a Tracer or a Genji with Orisa. Even with good halts. But yeah, know your flanks. And also, just with your supports, Orisa really is support-centric. So if you're with an Ana, hey, good news. She can hit your fat ass, right? But when your Mercy was back there and she's like, I can't do anything, please help me. Someone please help me. That's going to be your job. Stop shooting, get back, see what she needs. Help her out. Maybe she just wanted some water. Maybe go and get her some water. Logistics, man, there wasn't even that much logistics in the game. So with resource usage is under logistics. Your Fortify was late. You need to definitely be a bit more reactive with that. It's funny, you hit 2 timings. Like, here's the timing I want you to hit, and you were hitting this timing and this timing. You're either, like, really far ahead or really far after. And being ahead, the thing is that if the enemy's not engaged enough, they have the ability to back out. They can just retreat, right? They're like, I don't feel like fighting you when you're, they can have damage, so, piss off. And then they attack later. Essentially, there's this time of commitment when the enemy is committed on you that you can fortify, and they're going to waste their time by doing half damage. So, like, when that Genji was staring you down when he ulted, good time to use it. When you're stuck in a very small choke point with a Junkrat, make him burn his time. Or just make him just want to run away. You have to essentially make people committed, and that's when you punish with a reactive Fortify. The other chance is just when you need to survive and buy time for your supports to heal you back up. Your halts, I think we're good. Your halts, we're on the money. You pulled the guy. I think that pulling that Genji back into just the single laser that was killing him the entire time was kind of funny. Yeah, use it for pulling people out from behind cover and also pulling people off of the high ground. That's the big one. Forcing people out of position, specifically high ground. Corners, hey, they can get back around the corner, but forcing someone back is definitely, or forcing someone off the high ground, dropping them low. They're usually quite vulnerable then. Perfect for that situation. Your shield usage was fine. The only thing I would say, maybe throw it on top of the cart so when it moves with you. But that's a moot point because it's on an 8-second cooldown. You can just use it again. Not that big of a deal. Positioning, we talked about it during the game, was you do something stupid with your team or do something smart alone. You got to be doing something stupid with your team. Yes, that's what you have to be doing. That's how Overwatch works right now. The numbers advantage is too strong. It's phenomenally strong in Overwatch. Other than that, your positioning, it was fine. I mean, you're supposed to be in front. You're doing all that correct. It was just it was a tough match for you and your team. Should Orisa Fortify be used like Zarya's barrier? If you're you can use it like that. So what I assume this question is getting at is Zarya's barrier. You wouldn't use it as soon as someone, like when someone attacks you and they're committed on you. And that's true because then if it's a projectile, then you get you absorb that much damage. Or if it's someone that's in a spot that they want to kill you, like they're committed on you, they either have to back away or give you charge. Yeah, so you use it as someone's attacking you. Yes, Orisa can be, like, Fortify should be used like that. Actually, I think that's a very good analogy. I would have to play Orisa more to get any very, very specifics out of that. But I think that's a good general rule. Yeah, that's it. It's hard to grasp a lot of things to do from just 8 minutes of play, especially when it's on a single point. But we do what we can. I think you did really well. For 2600, like I said, your accuracy is really good. Very good. But with that, that will be all for today. Pretty tired. Pretty tired. Need to go to bed soon.